All right, all right. Hello, this is Lee Hill. I am your hair coach. I am back. I was sick last week. I actually had COVID, so I was actually really sick. I'm doing much better now. You notice I'm wearing this crazy hair. I had a photo shoot this weekend. We'll get more information on that later on as things unfold. But today we're going to talk about products we should not use when our hair is dry. Okay, products we should not use when our hair is dry. And don't forget, we do have a free training. I'm going to add the link, dearhairloss.com. The training is called Shed No More. This is to help you if you're a woman that's experiencing hair loss and you want to restore your hair. I have a course that's set up for you guys because I've been getting so many emails, so many questions on how to restore your hair. And believe it or not, a lot of you guys, 97% of you guys don't have permanent hair loss based on the stories that you have been sending me, the emails and everything. A lot of you have hair that can be restored, but there's just certain steps that you have to go through to get to that place. So I have a free training for you. If you click the link, dearhairloss.com, go ahead and check that out. And if that is the course for you, maybe you are experiencing hair loss, then go ahead and sign up for that course. Okay, it's going to be set up and ready in September. And then for those of you that may not be experiencing hair loss, but want to grow your hair longer, need more information, definitely tune into the free training and see if that course, which I believe is for you, it is a life-changing course because you're going to understand that it's more than just your hair, that the decisions you're making, that different things that's going on in life, your hair actually tells the story, right? So I'm going to add the link for that. It's going to be dearhairloss.com if you want to see the free training for that. And also we have, what else do we have? The dermatologist. If you need a dermatologist in your area, I'm going to add a link for that. So let's get started. All right. So products we should not use on dry hair. That one of the products is, and I've seen this millions of times with clients and just people in everyday, they use oil. Now, if you guys don't realize, oil is actually a sealant. It seals. So normally what you do, if you ever notice when you go get your hair done from a licensed cosmetologist, let's say they do a silk wrap on you. They're going to shampoo your hair. They're going to put the necessarily treatment into your hair, whatever type of conditioning services that's needed. And then they're going to turn around and then they're going to add a heat protectant, and then they're going to, flat iron your hair, roller set it, however, which way. But in the end, when we silk wrap the hair, we'll put a little oil on and rub it all over your head, and then wrap your hair up, put the saran wrap, and get you under the dryer so you can experience that, right? But when it comes to that, oils, that's what it's for, to polish the hair, or maybe you're having scalp issues, and oils are good for that. But when you apply an oil to just your hair and nothing more, and your hair is already dry, you'll notice later on you're like, oh my gosh, my hair's still dry. Or you try to curl it and it doesn't stay. It's not going to stay because your hair has no nourishment in it at all. And then your hair, what you're doing, you're sealing in dryness. So oils are one of the things you don't want to apply to your hair when it is dry. You want to get different moisturizing services done, or take care of your hair yourself. Wash it, put a conditioner in it, a leave-in conditioner, and then apply an oil to your hair. But and you'll see that it's not dry at that time. Okay. The next thing you don't want to do, and I have a quick video on that, is alcohol. This is something I see all the time, especially with one of those natural hairstylists I see a lot of, where they take your hair, let's say like with me with this ponytail, even though I didn't get that look this way, but they'll take your hair, they will put it in the ponytail, they'll section it off, and they'll spray it with spritz, and then they'll take the blow dryer and straighten it that way. And then they'll straighten it more. Now, they've seen at the beginning stage, before they do any of this, they're looking at your hair and it's dry. I always see this a lot on TikTok. They're like, look at her hair. Watch how I redo it. And I'm like, why are you putting heat to the hair? It's already dried out. It's a colored style. It's color. it's dried out, it's bleached out, and it's dry. It actually needs a service. They don't show you that part. They only show you how to style the hair. So then when they apply the alcohol to it, it sleeks down, like how mine looks. It sleeks down, and then they turn around and then they spray it with more alcohols to spritz, and you're done, right? So you look good for a few days. However, when you take that hair down, all that spritz, all that alcohol, you're going to see a lot of shedding going on. You're going to see white scalp, if it's depending on how much they put. And if you have a scalp condition already, this makes it worse. So if you have psoriasis and you're spraying alcohol on top of it, oh my gosh, it defeats the whole purpose. So alcohol is one of the worst things you can do. Even when you see a guy, when he gets a haircut, when you know how to clean up the back and they'll take that alcohol and they'll wipe that back, that's not necessarily good, because even though you want to use an astringent, like so any type of astringent, but a lot of times the alcohol, what it does when they wipe it down, clean the back of their nape of their neck, you see little black dots, because that alcohol is like it has like, it's, the area has been irritated, and then you put the alcohol on it and it goes in and it sucks it dry and then it turns it black, right? So that's why I always tell you, alcohol is not the best thing for you. Sometimes you can't avoid it, especially if you're trying to do updo or different things like that. But if your hair is already dry and you're going to a hairstylist and she doesn't do any type of conditioning services and she's going to apply more alcohol to an already dry, it's like throwing gasoline on fire. That's ridiculous. All right. So your hair look good for a few days, but when you take it down, you're going to deal with some hair loss. All right. And the last, but definitely not the least, is why would you flat iron someone's hair that you see that is in so much need of help of damage? The hair is already damaged. It's extremely dry. You want to find out why it's dry. You want to speak to the client, ask them what the services they've been doing to the hair. What have they been doing to the hair for the last 30 days? You want to find that information out. The last thing you want to do, if that person may want to silk press, there's ways around it. You don't have to flat iron the hair. You can roller set someone's hair, right? Shampoo, condition that hair, roller set your hair, sit under a dryer. Once the dryer's out, take that paddle brush, wrap that hair, seal it with some oil, wrap your hair around, put the saran wrap under it, and go under the dryer. And I promise you, you'll get the same reaction, if not even better, because it's more bouncy and healthier that way than you already going in, getting a treatment done because your hair has been dry, and then turn around and say, okay, go ahead and add heat to my hair. And heat protectants also have alcohol in it. So you really want to avoid this. If you are experiencing dry hair, you want to avoid putting any form of alcohol or heat at that time. The only heat you can do is the dryer, roller set, and you can do your silk wrap if you want that bouncy look. And if you want to keep it with curls, if you want it straight and flat with a nice soft bounce to it, a nice soft bump to it, then you want to leave it in, wrap it for 7 minutes under the saran wrap. If you want to keep it with some body and some curls, you want to leave it sit on the dryer for 5 minutes, all right? And that is based on the texture. So if you have fine hair, then split that in half at the time frames, all right? I hope this helps you guys. Go ahead and check me out to see the next video. I'll see you guys soon. Smooches. Bye.